My name is C.R.E.A.T.E. I'm an author, a conscious creation architect, and a musician. And this is not my music page. If you want to find my music page, just type Sharp Sound Music or C.R.E.A.T.E. Sharp Sound, because I'm the famous Sharp Sound. Now, that introduction was not for everyone, because most of you already know me. I introduced myself for most of you who are just joining me. So I wanted to familiarize myself with you so that you know who you're listening to and who you're talking with, right? But on this page, I teach about conscious creation, how to create your life consciously or deliberately. In other words, we are creators of our lives. We're not supposed to be victims of our life. We're supposed to create it. But unfortunately, most of us are living as victims, not as creators. And the reason for that is that we've been preconditioned in our lives by beliefs, thought patterns, perceptions, that we wake up every day thinking the same kinds of thoughts. Now, every thought leads to a choice, and every choice leads to an action, and every action leads to an experience. That experience reinforces our emotions and causes us to think about the same thoughts that created that experience. The latest research about thoughts in neuroscience says that we think 60 to 70,000 thoughts every single day. A lot of thoughts. And 90% of these 60 to 70,000 thoughts are the same thoughts we had yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that. So if a thought leads to a choice, which leads to an action, which creates an experience, and you're thinking about almost the same kinds of thoughts every single day, that means that your life is not going to be changing very much, because those same thoughts will lead to the same kind of decisions and choices, which will cause you to behave the same way you behaved yesterday and the day before that. And every action leads to an experience. Now your experience remains the same. This is exactly the reason why things keep repeating in our lives. You know, we're stuck in the same kind of businesses, with the same kind of relationships, the same kind of sicknesses. Every day feels like it's the same. It's like on a loop, right? Nothing is changing. And when these kinds of things happen, we blame God, we blame the devil, we blame our uncles, we blame our parents, we blame our gene, we blame the government, we blame the economy, we blame everything. But we are not knowing that we're doing it to ourselves unconsciously, because we're living the same lives every day. Every day is not supposed to be the same. In fact, the latest research in science says that the universe is vibrating very, very fast. Everything is changing very, very, very fast. That's the reason why a corpse turns to dust. You're not the same person you were when you started watching this video. You will not be the same person in the next 10 seconds, next 20 seconds. But there's not going to be any change in your life because you believe that nothing is changing. That's exactly why you think just because somebody's business is not working, because the economy is not good, or your bloodline or your lineage, because there is a story in your lineage, that's the same reason why you think that that same story is also going to play out in your life. Because you think everything is the same. You think your life is the same because you think your outer world or whatever outside of you is responsible for what is inside of you. Those are belief systems, those are thought patterns, perceptions. That's the reason why I wrote the book, The Creative Power of Belief, that I always talk about. Because your beliefs keep you stuck. Life itself is not stuck. You are not stuck. But because of those beliefs, like good things don't last. That is why the song, "Nothing Good Comes Easy, This I Know." I've stopped singing that song. It's a cute song. It's a melodious song, very wonderful song. But it's not true. It's a belief. It's not true, because your beliefs are not the ultimate truth. But they will be true for you if you believe it. But it's not a universal truth, because I'm guarding my mind. In fact, I don't want to veer off the subject, but music is a very seductive phenomenon. All those kinds of songs that you're listening to every time is bypassing your conscious mind and entering your subconscious mind, registering beliefs. So what we're saying is that the way you're thinking, the way you're behaving, the choices that you're making every day on a day-to-day basis is creating your life. Life inherently is not meant to be a struggle. It's not meant to be a survival of the fittest. It's not meant to be, let me work hard. You know, in today's world, people are working hard. Even in doing illegal things, people are now working hard. Unfortunately, people are doing illegal things, and you hear them saying things like working hard and doing illegal things. You know, whether it's legal or not legal, that's not the point. But you're supposed to create your life and not to struggle to survive. Now, how do you do this? Well, If every thought leads to a choice, and every choice leads to an action and behavior, and every action and behavior creates your experiences, and if you keep doing that over and over again, it becomes a habit. You are habitually a personality that is creating your personal reality. That means if you think a thought that is separate from the thought that you had yesterday and day before that means that thought is going to lead to a new choice, and that new choice is going to cause you to behave in a different way. Now your body and your mind is aligning in a different timeline. You have shifted timelines. You're not on the same timeline. That means you're not the same person again. If you exhibit a different personality in a different day, you will notice that every day is not the same. You are going to receive a different result in that day than what you had yesterday. So every day is not the same. The reason why it looks like every day is the same is because you're being the same person. So life is not supposed to be lived from the outside in. It's supposed to be changed from the inside out. That is how to be a creator of your life and not a victim of it. Now, the reason why people to create their lives is difficult is because most people don't know this information. Because information is power. But information about yourself is self-empowerment. So if you know the information about yourself, you're self-empowered. If you understand that you are a creator, and that your life doesn't have to keep being like a loop, a repetition of what you've been living like. If you understand that and begin to organize and compose your thoughts, I call it conscious composition, conscious creation. Deliberately begin to choose and select the kinds of thoughts you'll be thinking, knowing that those thoughts will lead to a choice, and that choice will lead to an action or behavior. Now you're going to be changing. It's not magic. Just pick one day in your life and do it as an experiment. Just say, today I'm going to wake up by 6 o'clock in the morning and not 9 o'clock. That mere act of waking up earlier than you used to wake up is going to reframe and reorganize the chain of events that always happen in your life. You're going to see that you make different choices, you do things differently because the time has changed. By the end of that day, something unusual, it doesn't have to be a big thing. Remember, it's an experiment. Something unusual will come in. That's what is called a synchronicity. Now the universe is winking back at you because you've done something different. Well, if you do it for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, you're going to be seeing those synchronicities in a row. Now you are creating. You're no longer a victim. You're not living like, okay, I'm at the receiving end, whatever life throws at me. There's another song. Que sera, sera, whatever will be. You know, that's another. These are very beautiful songs, don't get me wrong. These are very wonderful, melodious songs written by artistic, creative minds. But if something beautiful or artistic is programming you subconsciously for failure, that is a very potential wrong. So it's not about how beautiful it is only. It's about what the art is doing in your life. Is it causing you to progress or to retrogress? That's the question. So even as a singer, I am very careful with the songs that I sing. It's not that I'm going to extremes, but, well, what I'm creating in my life is much more important. Listen, and this is where the key is. 95% of who you are is a subconscious set of thoughts. That's why a habit is a redundant set of automatic, unconscious thoughts, behaviors, actions, and emotions that is acquired through frequent repetition. So when you repeat something over and over again, including the songs that you're listening to, including the information that you're consuming, including the conversation that you always have in, whatever you repeat every time is programming your subconscious. And that subconscious becomes who you are. That's who you are. And the universe does not respond to what you want. It responds to who you are being. That is why your subconscious mind is constantly broadcasting the frequencies that are dominant in you. So if, for example, the idea that nothing good comes easy, for example, or money is hard to come by, money is scarce, or the economy is affecting me, these things are what you hold as your subconscious ideas, as your subconscious pattern. No matter how much you want money, money will never come to you. No matter how much you want a good relationship, you will never get into a good relationship. And nobody's doing it to you. The fear that you have inside of you, those patterns, emotional patterns, those subconscious patterns, inwardly are sabotaging your conscious thoughts over here. That's the reason why you want this, but you're getting this. So, but this is good news, because if you also know this, that means nobody is doing anything to me. No matter how negative somebody thinks about you or for you, No matter what somebody plans against your life, the outer threats in your life or that is working against your life, you have to give permission to it for it to work. In other words, you must believe that the economy being bad is going to affect you, for the economy to affect you. You must believe that money is hard to come by, that hard work is the only way to success, that you know them. Go ahead, name them, type them in the comments. If you don't believe it, it doesn't matter how harsh, how chaotic, how problematic your environment is. If you believe otherwise, in other words, money comes to me easily and effortlessly. Everything in my life is flowing in order. I am not in lack. I will never be in lack. I am not stranded. I am always rising. Things are always working out for me. And this is not affirmations. You need to read my book, The Creative Power of Belief. I'm not just saying positive things here. This is not positive thinking. Get this, because so many people think that this work is about positive confession. No. If you like, confess from now to the next millennia. If you're saying something positive, it's just the same thing as I want a car, but you've been trekking for the past 20 years. You're feeling fear of lack. You're feeling fear of survival. You're feeling anxious. You're feeling rejected. You're feeling unloved. But you're saying these things in your mouth. It does not work. And this is why so many people are tired of positive confession. You know, I've heard people say things like, I've heard it all. So many people say things to me like, leave all these your positive things. I said, you just don't get it. It's not about positive confession. We're not saying positive thinking or positive confessions. No. We're talking about beliefs here. If you say it or think it positively, but you believe something different, that means your mind and your body is in opposition. Your conscious mind and your subconscious mind is in opposition. Guess what? Your subconscious mind is going to win that battle because your subconscious mind is 95% of who you are. All those beliefs are deposited there. In fact, there are so many beliefs that you picked up from your parents. Even before you were born, it's in their genes and you inherited it. So there are so many things that you don't know. And this is the reason why some things don't work. That is why I call it conscious creation. You must stay conscious and catch those beliefs. Every time one belief is about to slip out, you catch it and say, okay, this is wrong. This is not true. This is not my truth. And you change it with what you prefer. All right? I can go on and on to talk about this. This is why I have these materials. If you haven't read my book, buy it and read it. If you have read, buy it and give somebody. It's going to change their lives. That's number one. Number two is that I created a system that I called the C.R.E.A.T.E system. The C.R.E.A.T.E system is a system that teaches about creation. And it goes deeper. It exposes the laws that govern creation or manifestation, if you will. If you understand the laws of creation, then life is going to be so much more easier for you. Instead of surviving, instead of being a victim in your life, you will create it. And your life is created from the inside out. That is how you're creating it. Because by the time you compose your inner self, then you will become a magnet that will be drawing things to you. All those things that you desire, they will come to you, and it comes effortlessly. The same way, probably you are effortlessly attracting the wrong people, effortlessly attracting the wrong jobs, effortlessly attracting the wrong circumstances. You're doing it effortlessly because you have beliefs that are screaming, I'm here. There's this one they call near success syndrome. I just got very close to catching it, but it will scatter. Maybe it's not that uncle or someone in the village that is responsible. I'm not saying, now don't get me wrong, because this is where some people misunderstand me. I'm not saying that what people call evil does not exist. I'm not saying that people cannot be thinking negative thoughts for you and make it work. That's not what I'm saying. We know that these things exist. We know that. But you are much more powerful than them. Let me say this again. You are so much more powerful than them. Even if it works, even if they do it and it works, you allowed it to work. It's not them. Haven't you heard that there are some people that it doesn't work on? You've not heard that there are some people that those things don't work on. It doesn't work on everybody. So does it mean that it stopped working? It still works, but it doesn't work on everyone. So is it possible that the reason why it's working on some people and it doesn't work on some people is because those other people, those some people that it doesn't work on, have something stronger in them that makes them immune to such things? So if that is the case, why don't you become that person? Why don't you become that person? So this is why I created this system. It's called the C.R.E.A.T.E system. I have launched the first founders teaching on Spotify. So there's going to be a link in the comments where you can copy. Or if you have Spotify right now, just type the C.R.E.A.T.E system by Chikwendo, or just type the C.R.E.A.T.E system. It will come up. You can listen to the founders teaching there, where I broke down the laws of creation, how reality works, and how you can create the life that you desire. You can also join a Telegram channel that I created. The founders teaching is also there. There's going to be a link to the Telegram channel there. So just use the link. It will bring you to the Telegram channel and you're going to see the updates. And soon I'm going to release a course that goes deep into the creation laws of the C.R.E.A.T.E system. So thank you for watching. Let me know what shifted for you in this video. Let me know in the comments and help me share this video. Remember, visit Spotify and listen to the founders teaching so that you can hear what this C.R.E.A.T.E system is all about. So hopefully I'll see you on the Telegram channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, just type Chikwendo or Conscious Creation or Sharp Sound. So stick around and let's do this together. And also, if you want coaching, you can reach out to me privately for a private one-on-one coaching. I give that too, so that you can know this for yourself and begin to use it in your own practice and in your own life. So thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Remember, don't be a victim of your life. Be a creator instead, because that is who you truly are. You were not born to survive reality. You were born to create it. And the creation is done from the inside out, not from the outside in, because you're a creator. Talk to you soon.